In the grand chessboard of global geopolitics, nations often make moves that send shockwaves through the international community. One such seismic shift has recently occurred in the tranquil and neutral nation of Sweden. Known for its peaceful disposition, Sweden has always maintained a policy of non-alignment in peacetime and neutrality in wartime. However, the winds of change are blowing across the Scandinavian peninsula, and they carry with them a surprising twist: Sweden's decision to join the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO. This move has left political analysts, diplomats, and citizens alike in a state of bewilderment. Why would a country known for its neutrality decide to join a military alliance? What could have prompted such a dramatic shift in policy? More importantly, what does this mean for the delicate balance of power in the region, particularly concerning Russia? The answer to these questions is as complex as the geopolitical landscape itself. It involves a delicate interplay of national security, regional stability, and international diplomacy. But before we delve into the intricacies of this shocking move, let's take a moment to understand the historical context of Sweden's neutrality and its relationship with NATO. Sweden's policy of neutrality dates back to the early 19th century. Since the Napoleonic Wars, the country has managed to stay out of major conflicts, including both world wars. This policy has allowed Sweden to maintain its sovereignty and independence, even in the face of global turmoil. However, Sweden's neutrality has never meant isolation. The country has been an active participant in international affairs, contributing to peacemaking missions and humanitarian efforts worldwide. It also joined the Partnership of Peace, a NATO initiative, in 1994, marking the beginning of its association with the alliance. This was a significant step, but it's just the beginning of a journey that would lead Sweden closer to NATO. The Madrid summit of June 29, 2022, marked a turning point in this journey. At the summit, NATO extended an invitation to Sweden to join the alliance, signaling a significant shift in Sweden's foreign policy.
What you did putting together the situation with regard to Finland and Sweden, and all the incredible work you're doing to try to get grain out of Ukraine and Russia. I mean, you're doing a great job. I just want to thank you.
The move was not without support from other nations. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, for instance, agreed to back Sweden's bid to join NATO, bolstering Sweden's chances of becoming a member of the alliance. On July 5, 2022, all NATO member countries signed the accession protocol for Sweden, a crucial step in Sweden's journey to becoming a NATO member. However, the process is not yet complete. The application for NATO membership needs to be ratified by all NATO countries before Sweden can officially become a member. But what changed? Why has Sweden decided to abandon its long-standing policy of neutrality to join NATO? The answer lies in the evolving security landscape of the Nordic region. In recent years, Russia's assertive behavior in the region, including increased military activities in the Baltic Sea and the Arctic, has raised concerns among Sweden's political and military leadership. In response, Sweden has begun gradually strengthening its ties with NATO. The decision to join the alliance is seen as a natural progression of this trend. It is a move aimed at enhancing Sweden's security and deterring potential threats. But what does Sweden's decision mean for Russia? Does it represent a trap, as some suggest? The answer to this question is not straightforward. Sweden's decision to join NATO has sparked speculation about its impact on Russia. While some view it as a defensive move to deter aggression, others see it as provocative, risking heightened tensions. The expansion of NATO's borders closer to Russia raises security concerns and can be interpreted as a direct threat. The military implications and potential power dynamics play a role, as Russia may perceive it as an attempt to limit its influence. Additionally, there are economic and political implications, potentially affecting trade and alliances. Overall, Sweden's NATO membership has the potential to strain relations and disrupt the balance of power in the region. In any case, Sweden's decision is likely to have significant implications. It could prompt a response from Russia, potentially leading to a new dynamic in the Nordic security landscape. Sweden's decision to join NATO is also a significant event in the country's history, for it marks a departure from Sweden's traditional policy of non-alignment in peacetime and neutrality in wartime. a policy that has been in place since the early 19th century. This policy has allowed Sweden to avoid direct involvement in military conflicts while still maintaining a robust defense capability. However, the changing geopolitical landscape in Europe, particularly the increasing aggression of Russia, has led to the reassessment of this policy. The decision to join NATO was not taken lightly. It was the result of a long and complex process that involved extensive debates within the Swedish government and society. The main driving force behind this decision was the perceived threat from Russia. The annexation of Crimea by Russia in 2014 and its ongoing involvement in the conflict in eastern Ukraine have raised concerns about the security of European countries, particularly those that share a border with Russia. Sweden, although not directly bordering Russia, is located in the Baltic Sea region, which has been a focal point of increased Russian military activity. The decision to join NATO was also influenced by the changing dynamics within the alliance itself. The election of Donald Trump as President of the United States in 2016 led to concerns about the commitment of the US to the alliance. Trump's criticism of NATO and his demands for increased defense spending by European members led to fears that the US might withdraw its support. However, the election of Joe Biden in 2020 and his reaffirmation of the US's commitment to NATO helped to alleviate this concern. However, Sweden's decision to join NATO was met with a variety of reactions, both domestically and internationally. In Sweden, the decision was met with mixed reactions. While some Swedes welcomed the move as a necessary step for national security, others expressed concerns about the potential escalation of tensions with Russia. The Swedish government, led by the Moderate Party, argues that NATO membership would strengthen Sweden's defense capabilities and contribute to regional stability. However, the Left Party and the Sweden Democrats opposed the move, citing concerns about sovereignty and the potential for increased militarization. Internationally, the reactions were also varied. NATO members generally welcomed Sweden's decision. The United States, in particular, praised the move, stating that it would strengthen the alliance and contribute to the security of the North Atlantic region. The UK and Germany also expressed support for Sweden's decision. However, Russia reacted negatively to the news. The Russian government expressed concern that Sweden's NATO membership would upset the balance of power in the region and could lead to increased tensions. Russia has historically opposed NATO expansion, and the relationship between the two has been fraught with tension. The alliance has been clear in its stance that it cannot consider Russia a partner due to its hostile policies and actions. This tension has been exacerbated by Russian statements threatening to target NATO allies. The relationship between the two has deteriorated significantly since the Ukraine Orange Revolution in 2004-05 and the Russian-Georgian War in 2008. This is why Sweden's decision to join NATO might have some significant implications for regional security. It strengthens NATO's presence in the Baltic Sea region, which could deter potential aggression from Russia. However, it could also escalate tensions and lead to a security dilemma, where attempts to increase security actually lead to increased insecurity as other states respond with similar measures. Looking ahead, there are several possible scenarios. If relations between NATO and Russia remain tense, Sweden's NATO membership could contribute to a further hardening of positions and potential escalation of conflicts. On the other hand, if diplomatic efforts are successful in reducing tensions, Sweden's decision could be seen as a positive step towards greater regional stability. In the long term, Sweden's decision could influence other non-NATO countries in the region to consider membership, potentially leading to further expansion of the alliance. However, this would likely depend on the evolving security situation and the political dynamics within these countries. This brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can bring more content like this. See you next time.